Yeah, well, let's get into the next topic, which is actually going to be about Barbara Corcoran, which, if you guys didn't know, she's one of the sharks on Shark Tank, which, if you guys don't know, Shark Tank is a show where essentially people come in looking for an investment. They come with a business idea, and these sharks, Mark Cuban, all of them. I forgot the guy who made Sean John. Dames, something along that. And her, they go in and they put in possibly money for a stake if they like the company. And they also, it's cool because they also work with the company to help the company succeed, which of course makes sense because they're investing in it and they now have a stake in the company. But this is expertise that normally people wouldn't be able to get, as these people are millionaires and billionaires and have started multiple companies to even get on Shark Tank in the first place. So as you can see, this is why she doesn't. She said she's never saved a dime her whole life, and this is why it's made her richer. Very interesting. Now it says millionaires often stress the importance of saving money along your journey to financial freedom. Not Barbara Corcoran. The real estate entrepreneur and star of ABC Shark Tank says her best advice for making money is to just spend it. She's going to have to elaborate on that. Does she mean like invest it, or does she mean like spend it? Because there's a difference. Now, she said, I'm just not a believer in saving money. I've never saved a dime my whole life. We're going to need some explanations here, people. I don't really believe in saving. I believe in investing. I hope that's the direction that she's going in here. But right now, she's really calling it spending. Now, it says Corcoran picked up the philosophy from her mother. She says, I had a mom who raised 10 kids on a shoestring budget, and she always said money is meant to be spent, and she didn't have much to spend. Now, whenever Corcoran obtains money, she thinks about the best potential ways to use it. When I sold my business for $66 million, I immediately thought of what I could spend it on. That's interesting. She said she gave half of it away to family, friends, education funds, charities, because I really believe if you spend, money comes back to you. Wow. I'm trying to be her friend. You know what I'm saying? If anybody got a connection to her, let her know. Like, I'm trying to come over to her house. I can sit on the couch. We can watch movies, eat some popcorn or something. I'm trying to be one of her friends. You know what I'm saying? I might just get $1 million. Now it says the lesson here is that you don't need to be so rigid with your budget if you're spending on the right things. So essentially, it seems like she's saying, instead of being so worried about spending your money, be so worried about what you're spending your money on. Okay, I kind of get that. So it kind of plays into the whole investment aspect, like if I have my money, maybe I won't save it. I want to get rid of it. But I want to get rid of it in some type of way that it has use, in any type of way that's positive, to you, something that needed to be done around the house, investing into a company, something that's going to actually benefit you. Probably not too much straight materialistic things is not really where I think she's going with this. Now it says she spends regularly as a startup investor, betting that her portfolio will return profits. And she doesn't skimp on the personal items that matter to her. She boasts a $5,000 per month food. Well, she's rich, guys. She's rich, so okay. But dang, 5,000. She shared in a recent Instagram video posted by Dan Churchill. I think the carefree attitude of believing that money makes money if you're willing to share it and spend it really works, or at least it has certainly worked for me. And I don't believe in hoarding money, saving money, everything like that, because for me, it would take my spirit away. The difference between savers and spenders like Corcoran is psychological. Savers tend to get stressed out by the physical act of spending money and are often frugal because they think it's the right thing to do. Now, this was said from Scott Rick, associate professor at Michigan Ross School of Business. Spenders don't experience that visceral hesitance when making a purchase, allowing them to be looser with their shopping decisions. So I'm personally thinking about investments. That's like the person who spends, 3 months trying to figure out what one stock they're going to buy versus the person who's like, oh, I think that could be a good idea, Bitcoin, buys it, and who knows? You never know what could happen. So maybe having that looseness, and everything could, make you make better investments in general. Possibly, you know? Now, he said one isn't necessarily better than the other. As with most things, moderation is key. So, when they say go out and spend, they don't mean go crazy. They mean spend smartly. That success can come from either approach. Shark Tank's co-star Mark Cuban is a saver. Save your money, save as much money as you possibly can. This is crazy because they're both on Shark Tank. They both make a ton of money. Mark Cuban is a billionaire. I'm not sure exactly what sports team he owns, but he does own a sports team. So these are two people with very different ideas who are both extremely successful, and it would be smart to listen to both of them. So, yeah. Now, he said every penny you can. Instead of coffee, drink water. Instead of going to McDonald's, eat mac and cheese. Cut up your credit cards. If you use a credit card, you don't want to be rich. The first step to getting rich requires discipline. If you really want to be rich, you need to find the discipline. In contrast, when Corcoran nearly went bankrupt for the 5th time. I mean, that's not a good look, but hey, she's still up. She said when she nearly did during the 1991 recession, her mom advised her, don't worry about the money. It's a waste of time. I thought of an idea that made me $1 million the next week. And that's her, if you guys didn't know what she looked like. So, one, I want to know what kind of guys are you? Are you guys spenders? Are you guys savers? Are you guys investors? Who are you kind of going with? The more Mark Cuban approach, of save whatever you can, even if you got to eat mac and cheese and ramen noodles? Or are you going with her kind of like, hey, keep a loose energy about you. Just be kind of smart in what you spend your money on. I would honestly have to go more in line with her. I would also kind of say a hybrid. Like they said, moderation is probably the best way to do it. If you don't have any money, you want to take a Mark Cuban type of approach to build some money, to really build some liquidity. And then once you have a little bit of liquidity, then you want to be able to, actually be able to send the money into places where it can grow and be beneficial to you. Ain't that right, Chelsea? We're all about investing, right? Give me a fist bump. Can I get a fist bump? Yeah. 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 Fist bump. Say hey to the people. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Definitely throw a like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to have our man Josie over here. He's about to be investing. Already got the Josie fund going too, so he's already kind of investing. Hopefully one day he'll be ready to, take over the fund and maybe trade for it himself. But that day is not today. That day is definitely not today. But guys, definitely throw a like, throw a comment if you appreciate this type of content. I'm going to take a quick break, be right back, and then we're finally going to get into Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and security issues, probably in the UK. Very interesting, and I'll be right back.